Hello everybody and welcome to this festive edition of your Crafternoon Tea. I'm here today as part of MHA Digital Community's Advent Calendar, and I'm going to be showing you how to make your own Advent Calendar out of toilet rolls or wrapping paper tubes. It's entirely up to you based on what you've got at home. So what you're going to need is you're going to need 24 little tubes, some paint. I've got some tissue paper where I've made some hats for them as well, but it's entirely up to you. So have a little rummage through your cupboards and get creative and give them a personal touch yourself. I've made a set of penguins. You're going to need 24 as you count down to Christmas, and some little treats to put inside too. But you can have a little think as well, and you could do some snowmen, you could do Father Christmas, you could do carol singers. But follow me through and I'll show you step by step how to make them. Hope you enjoyed this craft and don't forget to share your makes with us. So to get started on our advent calendar, you're going to need some toilet rolls. I didn't have enough toilet rolls, so what I've done is I've got an old wrapping paper tube and I've chopped it down to size. And I just lined up my toilet roll, and then I got a Stanley knife, just put a little hole in and sort of rolled the tube around. But just be careful because it can be quite fiddly and you don't want to have any injuries. So you're going to need 25 toilet rolls. I've got 5 here because I'm not going to do it all because we'll be here forever. So I'm just going to pop those to the side for now. So what we're going to do is, first of all, it's a little bit of a background work, but it will come together later on. So I'm going to paint this sheet of paper or card, whatever you've got, in 3 different strips. So I'm going to have a red, a yellow and a green. Oh, there's a lot of air in this green, but hopefully there's some paint left. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do my strip of yellow paint. I'm using acrylic, which dries quite nice and quickly. And just do it really rough because we're going to be cutting this out, so you don't need to make it into perfect straight lines. Okay, let's wet the brush, get the yellow off, and now we're going to do the red. Don't get it on the table. Okay, and lastly, we're going to do a green. So get your green and just do the same again as well. So go all the way across your page. I'm going to add a bit of water to that just to make it a bit lighter. Like so. So we're going to pop this to the side and let that dry. We'll have to come back to that later on. So now we're going to paint our toilet rolls or wrapping paper tubes, whatever you've got. So I'm going to get some black paint. I'm going to need quite a bit of this because I've got a lot of tubes to paint. So I'm just going to cover the toilet rolls all in black. So just go all the way around, cover it all. As long as you don't leave it too clumpy, it should dry quite quickly as well. Okay, so you can see we've got it all covered. I'm going to leave it on here, otherwise it will go over the table. So again, just cover your toilet roll, or your tube, should I say. Make sure you cover it all, because you don't want to have some of the cardboard showing through. Okay, so I'm going to finish the other two just off of camera, and join me in a few seconds and I will show you how to finish off the penguins. So there we go. So, see you in a sec. Okay, so our toilet rolls are all now nice and dry. So what we're going to do, separate them out, and we're going to paint the bellies of our penguins. So I've got some white paint, and I'm just going to paint a rough shape like so, like a belly shape, onto my tube, and I'll show you 1 second what it looks like. So make sure it's all covered, nice and white, don't leave any bits of the cardboard underneath. Like that. And what we're going to need to do is go around and do all 5 of these. So I'll do 2 just to show you, and then I'll show you the next bit of the putting it together. So what we're going to need is we're going to need our glue guns on. So move these ones over. Going to need our glue guns on, and we're going to have some googly eyes, and we're going to put a little beak on as well. So I've got some orange card here. I've got my scissors, and I'm going to cut my triangles out bit by bit. So you need 1 for each of them, so you'll need 24 or 25, depending on how much you want your advent calendar to go up. But for now I'm just going to need 5 for the tubes that I've got in front of me. And I'm going to need some googly eyes as well. So, let's bring the glue gun back over. Pop a little bit of glue on the back of the beak. And stick it down like so. And then we need to put both the eyes on as well. Ooh. So one eye there. Just be careful because this is still wet. Maybe wait for the bellies to dry before you do this bit. And another eye just here. So it's starting to come together now. So finish off all of the bellies of your penguins and give them all their eyes and beaks, and join me in a few seconds and I'll show you the final touches. Okay, so the final touches, what we need to do is I've got some tissue paper here. This bit's optional, it's entirely up to you. And I'm just going to put some glue along the rim of the tube and stick the tissue paper like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it and I'm going to scrunch and twist to sort of give this bobble hat look, like so. But it's optional, you can cut the bobble down as well because that bobble's quite big, but you don't have to do this. But you can decorate them however you like, in whatever way you like. The belly of my penguin's still wet, so I'm just being a little bit careful. So you can do it like that. I'm going to chop the little bit of the top off. I think it's a bit tall, but there you go. You can give it a little hat if you like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop those to the side, and you can decorate them how you choose. So you can either have a penguin with a little hat, or you can just have them as they are. So if you remember, we painted some card at the beginning, 3 different colours. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut freehand some shapes out of this. So for the green, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it into a Christmas tree. And this will go on the belly of our penguin, like that, and it will be the number for the day of the month. In the red, I'm going to cut a little heart, or you could do a present actually, maybe we'll do both. So let's first of all do a heart. That's a nice easy one. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this time and attach it to my penguin with his little hat. So we've got 1 and 2. And then what we'll do with the yellow is we'll do a star. And then we'll come back and do the present one. So I'm just going to cut a star freehand. A little star. This can go on the belly of another penguin. Some of your penguins could have hats, some of them could be without hats. You could mix and match it. It's entirely up to you. So there's one more. And last one we'll give them a little present. So I've still got some paint here. So what I'm going to do is I'll just draw some lines like that on for my present. And the last one is Let's give them another Christmas tree. And then what you can do is you can pop your chocolates or your little treats into each one. And when the day comes, you can open them up and see what treat you've left yourself or a loved one if you're making one for someone else. You don't have to put chocolate in there. You could put little notes of things you want to do or activities like write Christmas cards and carols and stuff like that. Do some Christmas baking, you know, get yourself creative, get yourself doing some stuff. But there we have it. So on each one, what we're going to do now is we'll write a number. So we'll give the star as number 1. Give the Christmas tree, we'll mix it up a bit, we'll go for number 12. I recommend using a pen for this, but I'm just using the pencil because that's all I've got at the moment. We'll make our one with the hat, number 24. This one we have to write in a corner. I'm going to give them number 6. And lastly, this one, what should we go for this time? Let's go for 19. So get creative, think of different, you could do snowmen, you can make little Father Christmases, you can make elves, you can make carol singers. Have a little look online, get inspired. But there we go. So this is our little penguin advent calendar. So have fun, enjoy, and I'll see you again soon for another Crafternoon tea. Take care.